since Randy is the senior officer of the actual commission, just let him call it to order, and then I think on the agenda it has that you would elect officers for the subcommittee.
Okay, this is Randy Blackmer, and it's 7 o'clock, and I'll call the call a subcommittee meeting to order. First item on the agenda is election of subcommittee officers.
Ray, I see your hand up.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Poplawski to be our chair.
I'll second that.
Okay, so I probably can see who's on the screen from the commission better than anybody else, so I will call for a roll call vote in the order that you appear. Ray?
Ray Williams, present.
Is this a vote for Dave Poplawski, not just roll call, right?
Yeah, it was a vote on the motion, Ray.
Oh, okay, yes, I vote yes.
Okay, Randy?
I vote yes.
Dave?
I'll accept, yes.
Alvin? Alvin, you're on mute. We still couldn't hear you, Alvin. I saw that you were talking.
Let's give a thumbs up, Alvin.
Yeah, just give us a thumbs up or down on your camera.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Brian?
Yes.
Jane?
Yes,
John B?
Yes.
And do I see anybody else? I think that is everybody from the commission who is in attendance. So that was a unanimous vote for Mr. Poplawski to chair for the evening. Take it away, Dave.
And I may need just a little bit of help, Mr. Blackmere, if you see me going astray. This is my first time, so. Thank you. We'll start the meeting with the roll call. Mr. Blackmere,
Present.
Mr. Hill,
He's here.
yeah, he's there.
He's
Yeah,
here.
there's something wrong with your sound, Alvin. So just give us heads up, thumbs ups when you need to, or down, as the case may be.
Brian Santos,
Present.
Jane Salcy,
present.
Ray Williams,
Present.
John B. Lanky,
Present.
Mike Krogel,
Present.
and I don't see, did I miss anyone who's on a different? Okay, and staff?
Attending is Tira Pangesic, Director of Planning and Development.
And it looks like we have Cindy.
I assume that's our Cindy.
That's me.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Looks like we have some public participants as well. So this meeting called to order. We need to nominate a recording secretary. And throw it to the floor for nominations.
Eric, can you do that?
Yeah, Chief, can you do that?
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
was just getting ready to nominate her.
I don't think you actually need to vote for me as staff. I think it's fine. I will do it.
Okay.
Thank you, Tara.
I can't-
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I can't really say no to you guys, so.
Yeah, we know where you live.
All right, so let's start with the discussion of recreational activities on private property as listed in the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Sure.
I'd like to make a motion that we terminate this meeting. And I will have, I have points of discussion after we make a second and vote.
I second that motion.
So
All right.
So discussion now, discussion on the motion would be the proper item of action.
And I have some discussion points.
Sure, good, Brian.
I know a few others, I won't name any names, have some points to bring up with a particular property. My motion is not to discourage you from bringing those points, or more specifically violations, to our ZEO after this meeting. But I think that the title of this recreational uses is not appropriate. And that's why I motioned to terminate the meeting.
I agree with that. I am not in favor of putting restrictions on recreational uses on individual taxpayers' private properties. And I have done some homework on this issue that brought this to the forefront. And I am, again, I will state that we would be overstepping our authority to start putting restrictions on recreational activities on individuals in their own property, own homes. And I am dead set against it.
Ray, it looks like you took yourself off mute.
Yes, I feel the same way that Jane does on this, 100%. I've walked up and down that road on the weekends. And yes, there's a little bit of noise there, but I just followed a motion that that Brian just made.
I also went and knocked on doors in this area to get input from the immediate surrounding neighbors. There are no real complaints. It was called somewhat of a small annoyance. I happened to pick one of the days that I went up and knocked on doors. I just happened to pick the right day. There were 30 cars in the parking lot of this residence. And I don't know how many people were in there, but I actually was there when it all, when they decided to start with this activity. And I could barely hear it. And I'm not saying that they might not be running a business, which of course does not fall within our realm at all. But the talking to the people that I did speak with, they do not have a problem with it.
Mr. Chairman, I'll just make a few more comments if that's okay.
Sure, Brian.
The point of the planning and zoning and the ZEO is to find violations. I have stated that before. This is not based on people's feelings. We have to be very specific about those violations. I think those violations could be pointed out, but we could work through Cindy on that and do not need a recreation committee to be able to do that. We'll just end it there.
I agree.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Krogel.
I agree with everyone else. Once we start setting regulations of legal activities, we are asking for so much trouble because you are never going to make anyone happy totally. And we're just going to be asking for trouble because if it's legal activity, it's other authorities that have to deal with things if there's issues.
Thank you, Mr. Krogel.
John B., it looks like you took yourself off mute.
I'm not gonna say a damn word.
Okay, just checking. Cindy, you took yourself off mute.
I haven't been asked questions, so I don't have anything to say.
Okay, fair enough. Just trying to call it out in case the chair can't see you on the screen.
Mr. Chairman, I do have a question.
Yes, Mr. Krogel.
I did ask this at the meeting the other night. What is the actual intent of this meeting? It sounds like there's one particular issue that we've addressed before. What were people looking to do at this meeting? Can we answer that any which way? I mean, I think we all agree that you can't regulate what people do on their property. So I don't understand the whole purpose of this meeting in the first place.
Can I answer that, Mr. Chair?
Yeah, go ahead, Cindy.
The purpose of the meeting was exactly as how it reads, to regulate, to discuss the possibility of creating regulations for recreational activities on private property. No specific property are we talking about. It was just something that,
Yeah.
because of issues in town, you guys decided to create this committee.
No, this is
But we
America.
cannot, I'm trying to say this diplomatically. Just please refrain from speaking of any specific location.
Well, I feel this is America and we do have some rights. And if we start going down this road, we're gonna end up like Nazi Germany. That's all.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Mr. Krogel. Just looking around. Mr. Blackmare, did you?
I would just, if we're talking recreational activities, I assume that means we're not talking commercial activities. And as long as we're talking recreational activities, I concur with what was said, and reading through what Alvin sent, Tara sent out that Alvin had researched. I have to concur with what's been said. I don't think that we want to try and invent a wheel here.
If I may, Mr. Chairman, I just want to point out that when we did the rewrite, you do specifically have some regulations for people who want to run certain types of businesses, recreational businesses, and those are already included. And the commission's authority is clear in that case, right? We know that. Home occupations, certain kinds of permanent uses of the land, absolutely. I must concur, and I've said it in a couple of public meetings. I do not think this is a winning topic for the commission. I think that there is way too much room for over application of principles in this entire topic. And I obviously am not a voting member, but I would concur with the instinct that Mr. Santos and Mr. Williams had in making and seconding the motion that you guys should put this one to bed with all haste.
Okay, thank you, Tara.
Mr. Chairman, can I speak again?
Yes, Cindy.
I did do research 5 towns, and Branford, Suffield, Killingly, couple of others. I was not Stonington. The only indication in one of the towns was club membership of club organizations. So I did not come upon anything in those 5 towns I researched.
Hearing this?
Under the recreational, Cindy?
Under recreation, they talk about commercial business recreation, but nothing to regulate recreational activities on private property.
Mhm.
But yes, they did talk about commercial recreation on private properties. Yes.
Sure. Okay. Alvin, I don't know if you have your volume back. I know you did contribute this document, and yeah. Do you have your cell phone? Can you dial in? Is there a dial-in number? Tara?
Yeah, there's always a dial-in number on the Well, it'll be on the agenda right underneath the link.
Yeah. It's on the agenda, Alvin, if you want to dial in. I'll just add, as I researched it as well, I agree with all the statements from the commissioners so far. From what I took with Alvin's, statement that he handed out or, circulated with us, there is a liability, if you let people on the land for recreational use, that you're waived of liability. But I do agree with everyone. I think that, recreational activities is recreational activities. We're not defining nuisances or sound levels or anything else. So I think that, this is something that we should not take up as well. So that's my feelings. Alvin, did you get in?
All right, well, we'll give Alvin time to dial in case he wants to contribute to the discussion, but it sounds like you guys are all leaning in the same direction.
Yeah, I'd just like to at least give him something's in the chat. Is that Alvin in the chat?
No, it was a member of the public with some advice to try to unplug his headphones.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Amber. All right. Alvin, no good? Oh,
I'll be able to see it when he's in the waiting room on the phone. So I'll let you know if I see that come up. While we're waiting, I can let you know that those books that I ordered yesterday for the commission arrived today.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Too bad everything didn't work that fast.
I know.
Dave, you have a question in the chat room. I don't know if
without naming the
you want
problem.
to answer that.
Yeah.
My personal feeling is just getting too personal. If somebody wants to know if there's any complaints coming into the office, if they can reach me in the office and I can tell them that what complaints.
All I'm seeing, without naming the property, was the recreational activity being discussed, and it's all recreational activities was the agenda item. So it wasn't specific to a certain recreational activity. It was recreational activities on private property. That answers the question. The iPhone. Alvin? I don't know what that means.
I think it means he's still trying to dial in.
Oh.
I did not, may I speak, Mr. Chairman?
Sure, Jane.
I did not see what Alvin had sent out, but I am assuming that we're all pretty much in agreement that this is something that we should not be doing at any level. I'm not at my usual computer, so at this point, if Alvin can't get in, I move that we adjourn.
Well,
So we got a
the
motion.
motion was.
Yeah, we have a motion. I'm just trying to be courteous with Alvin. I mean, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
He did some
Can somebody-
research
can
and
some-
he was trying to get in.
Can somebody call Alvin on the phone and put him on speaker?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't know that anybody has his cell phone number.
I can do that.
I do, but didn't know if it'd be.
Brian, you're calling him?
Thought I had Alvin in here. Alvin, I do not have you in my phone. What's the matter?
Okay.
Come on, damn it. Go
Okay,
ahead,
I'll
Krugel.
do-
Fire
Oh,
up,
yeah, somebody's
Krugel.
coming in on an iPhone. I'll bet it's Alvin.
Is it?
Alvin, talk into your phone because the person I just lit in on an iPhone, I can't tell if it's you or not.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try.
All of them up, Krugel.
Zach,
He hasn't had connectivity issues from his home before.
Three ringy dingy. Four ringy dingy. At least somebody got it.
Yes, I did.
Nope, he did not answer.
Okay,
All right.
All right, yeah, so sorry, Alvin. Sorry, Alvin.
Let me try calling his home phone.
so just for the purposes of clarity, Mr. Chairman, since I know this is your first time chairing, ask if there's further discussion before calling for the vote. That's all. Oh,
Yep.
who's this? Who's this? Somebody's coming in with initial J. That's probably not Alvin.
Is there any other discussion from any of the
1
other?
minute, Alvin is calling me.
I got Alvin on the phone.
How can you have him on the phone? I have him on the phone.
Okay, you take,
Alvin? Yeah, Mike Krogel here. I know you're having troubles on the computer, so we're gonna put you on speaker over here if you want. What the?
That's feedback because because you're holding the phone up to close to your mic.
All right, we're now 4 feet away.
Just have him mute himself. Have Mike mute himself.
Alvin,
But then we won't be able to hear Alvin. It's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Since
you're
Alvin's
right.
having technical difficulties, I'm going to recommend, and you can do whatever you want, Mr. Chairman, that you move to the vote and Alvin can just give us his thumbs up or thumbs down on the screen.
Yep, so let's take a vote to Mr. Santos's motion and Mr. Krogel, I believe, seconded. Do you want to just state your motion again, Brian?
Yeah, it's just to terminate the Recreation Committee. Yes or no?
Do you hear that?
Take
I
over.
seconded that.
Oh, right, sorry, Ryan.
That's okay.
All right,
well, actually, I did, but then you didn't hear me, so well, he can have it, no problem.
Oh, it don't matter, either or.
all right. Mr. Blackmere,
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
yes is to terminate, no is to,
Randy Blackmore, yes.
okay, Alvin?
Alvin,
Alvin's
Alvin votes no.
indicating no. Mr. Santos,
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna-
Ms. Salsi,
Yes, this is to terminate, correct?
Yes, to terminate the
Yes.
subcommittee.
Yes,
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Lanky,
no,
Mr. Krogel.
yes,
I think that was it. I will vote yes to terminate. So that is, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in favor of termination and 2 in favor of not. So this meeting in subcommittee would be terminated.
A motion to adjourn.
second that.
Okay, you don't need to vote on an adjournment, guys.
Okay, just for formality.
Thank you for dialing in tonight. Thanks to the members of the public who came in, and for the clarity for the members of the public, there will be no further action in subcommittee on this topic.
Thank you, Tara.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.
thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.
Good night.